Alright, so straight out of the gate, Schiit has been doing quite a fantastic job for the past couple of years with a bunch of different products on their lineup. And we've looked at a couple of those here on the channel. We've looked at the Modi 3 Plus, we've looked at the Modius, both of them DACs, and we looked at the Loki Mini Plus, which is a analog tone control. We haven't looked at the bigger one, the Lokius, just yet, but today we're taking a look at the first amplifier we've ever looked at from Schiit. And this thing is awesome. That Schiit has done it again. They just came in and shit all over the place. Now, for those of you who are familiar with this form factor and this design, yes, this is a Schiit Magni, but this is not the Magni 3 or the Magni Heresy, which is black and red. This is black and gray, so clearly not the same thing. I'm kidding, this is not just a paint job thing. This is the IEMagni. Now, what does IE mean? Absolutely no clue, and I couldn't be bothered to actually go look for it. So if you're really that curious, either Google it or go into Schiit's website and just search for the answer yourselves. In practice, like in practical terms, the IEMagni means that this is a Magni Heresy with more control. That means that this little switch on the back, the one that we've all seen before with high and low gain, actually has 3 stages, and the low setting isn't exactly low. This was supposed to be saying negative, because this can work with negative gain. Now, what does negative gain mean? Well, you plug in your RCAs and the signal is coming through at a specific strength or level or gain, and when it comes into here and this is set to negative gain, it's going to get that level of energy and just pull it down. That allows you to have a greater control with more amplitude in the volume, not movement, which means that your volume doesn't go from 0 to I'm going to die super quickly. And that may seem like not that big of a deal, but that extra level of control is super nice and super welcome, especially for people who have way too sensitive headphones or people that, like me, both enjoy and use a lot of IEMs. But as we all know, with great control comes a bigger price tag. And because of the extra components and perhaps different and more expensive components that the IEMagni uses to be able to deliver this, it is slightly more expensive than the Magni Heresy or the Magni 3. Those are still $100, and the IEMagni comes out at $120. And honestly, for the extra control that it gives, if you can stretch your budget to $120, yeah, for this form factor, this is a no-brainer, absolutely. Now, if you've never seen or don't really remember how these things are built, let's just get a quick rundown of it. It's small, it's clean, extremely well constructed. This particular version is black and gray, with the black plate actually having a little bit of a coarse texture, and it looks and feels really premium. And it does have some red accents inside because the actual board is red, so you know it gives a little bit of a different vibe. On the back side you have your power plug, your power switch, the obvious gain switch from, again, low, medium and high, and do not forget, low here means negative, a pair of RCA ins, and a pair of RCA pre-outs, which at this form factor and price range is really nice to have. On the front you have the Schiit and Magni logo, you have your volume knob, volume indicator, and a 1/4 inch plug, and that's it. It does have vents because yes, this does get a little bit warm, but absolutely nothing to worry about, to the point that I've been actually thinking of mounting this thing under my desk. Come to think of it, I'd never actually showed you guys how my desk is set up right now, right, or ever. Well, underneath it, I have my Razer Core X. On top of it, there is a Schiit Modius that is powering from the XLRs my SAP 200, and from the RCAs, it's going to the Loki Mini Plus. Now, the Loki Mini Plus serves as a bridge to the RCA ins on the IEMagni, which then feeds my FX1002, which is powering my pair of CAF Q100 speakers. Now, the way that this pass-through method works is that if you have anything plugged in to the 1/4 inch plug of the IEMagni, nothing goes out to the pre-outs to my speakers. As soon as I take whatever is plugged in out of the equation, then sound starts pumping to my CAF speakers and all is bliss. Now, Schiit does not recommend you block these vents at all, but YOLO. But at the same time, I've also been thinking about removing the feet so that I can mount this thing upside down underneath the table. And this approach has two advantages. One, the vents aren't going to be blocked. And two, if I accidentally, hit this thing with my legs or with my knee, I'm going to be hitting the curved, like more smooth, rounded corner of this thing instead of the really sharp one. So yeah, maybe I'm going to mount this thing upside down. Probably. And all of that, all the discussion, the time that I put in to actually mount this thing underneath my desk is because this is not leaving. I mean, no, it doesn't have like all the crazy bells and whistles possible. It's not balanced, but it's built really, really well. It looks really good. It's small, doesn't take up that much space. It's super clean sounding, has a lot of power. It's actually very versatile and has a lot of control for you to be able to plug in either headphones or IEMs and just enjoy whatever it is that you need. And it doesn't break the bank. I mean, yeah, it's 20 bucks more expensive, but come on, that 20 buck difference, again, is not gonna net you anything better than what this is able to deliver. So yes, I would definitely recommend this thing over the other two Magnis just because of this negative gain stuff. If you're an IEM type of person, if you already have a pair of headphones that's a little bit, harder to drive, even then, this might actually be a good buy if you're looking for an amplifier around this price range. But if you already have something that powers your headphones or you already have one of the other Magnis, I wouldn't necessarily bother with this one. But for 20 bucks extra, I'm 100% down with these. Because as Schiit themselves put, inside of it, written on the board, this is basically a Schiit heresy, but even more heresy-er. So it's all the goodness that we've come to know and love of the Schiit Magni family, but with even better features. And that's basically it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll catch you guys later.